I just took the invitation here. No! Automobilista 2 version 1.6 is finally here, and with it I am going to start a new season in this series that I have been calling the Sim Racing Time Machine for quite some time. Well, now, for this season we're about to start, I have to use the term time machine a bit loosely here, because actually we're only traveling back in time to February 2024, so the beginning of this year, as we're recreating the 2024 IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship with this one. Hang on tight guys, because this is going to be one lengthy intro, because I want to talk a little bit about this championship we're about to start here, especially since this is the first multi-class racing championship that we will do on this channel. I left timestamps in this video, so if you're just interested in the racing or already familiar with IMSA, then feel free to just skip ahead to the race start. But apart from that, now first of all, sorry I didn't let you vote for this championship, as I usually do, but this is one that I really wanted to do, because IMSA has slowly become one of my favorite racing series in the world, and part of that reason is that you can actually watch all full IMSA races on their YouTube channel, on their website, free of charge if you're living outside of the United States. So this is a really cool one, and like that I was actually able to follow all of the races of that championship this year, and yeah, it's just a very cool thing, and I don't know any major racing series that actually lets you do that. So that is a great thing that IMSA is doing, and this is also why I kind of fell in love with it a bit in the last few years. Now, what actually is the IMSA Sports Car Championship? Well, think of it as the World Endurance Championship, but in the US only, and with a mixture of endurance and shorter races. You've probably all heard of the 24 Hours of Daytona, of course you did, you clicked on this video, but other than that, there are more races that belong to the championship, so first, let's have a look at them. Now, interestingly, we have two very popular headline events of this championship right at the beginning of the season, Daytona and Sebring. Other notable events are the Grand Prix of Long Beach, which is one of the non-endurance events, and of course the 6 Hours of the Glen, and then the Petit Le Mans at Road Atlanta as the season finale. And this actually is almost the complete schedule of IMSA in 2024. We're only missing the streets of Detroit, which are not in the game, at least at the date of me recording this, so if they come later, they will also be part of this championship, and if they don't come, trust me, it's not a big loss. Now, I may attract your attention to what you see on the right of this table, which is the second big thing I want to talk about ahead of this race: the classes competing in this series. The GTP class consists of some of the same prototypes you see competing at Le Mans, including the Porsche 963, the Cadillac V-Series R, the BMW V8M Hybrid, and the brand new Lamborghini SC63. At the start of the season, the Acura RX-06 is still missing, unfortunately, in Amos 2, but hopefully it will be added later to complete that class. Then there is LMP2, which I don't think needs any introduction, pretty much a spec series these days, with the Oreca 07 being the car of choice for everyone. Only Shawcreech Motorsport didn't seem to get the memo, fielding a lonely Ligier, which hasn't worked all that well in the actual season. What's really cool here is that this really is the full LMP2 field for IMSA in 2024. And then there is GTD Pro and GTD. Both classes are current generation GT3 cars. The only difference is the drivers, as you might have guessed already, pretty much as it was in Le Mans a couple of years ago with GTE Pro and GTA AM. Here we are actually missing a few cars like the Ferraris, Mustangs, Astons, Lexus or Acura, but as I said, hopefully we'll get them at some point, as Razer already hinted that they are working hard to get more licensing agreements in. As you can see with this spotter guide on screen, all of these classes are color-coded, so it is easier for you to identify them. Now, another important thing I want to talk about, usually in IMSA there are points awarded for the qualifying results as well, but we won't do that in our season because sadly we don't have separate class qualifyings in the game yet, and I fear the results will hugely be impacted by traffic, so I think it's fairer to only award points for the race sessions. There will be enough chaos in the race already with more than 40 cars on track at the same time. Just imagine what would happen in a quali session if they all ran at the same time, especially since all of the tracks are quite short compared to Le Mans, for example. Now there is just one question left that needs answering, and this is, which car am I competing in? Well, I thought about jumping straight in one of the GTP cars, but that would actually be, well, a bit of cheating, right? I mean, just starting at the top flight of the thing, and we'd also miss 2 races at some lesser known but still very good tracks. So I have actually decided to start in GTD Pro. Why GTD Pro? Well, certainly not because of my driving prowess. Actually, it's just about this, this little guy here. This is Rexy, the number 77 AO Racing Porsche 992 GT3R. I mean, it's a dinosaur. What more explanation do you need? Now, for this season, I will set myself some targets as well, so we can later check in with them. My targets are win at least 1 endurance race and win the Sports Car Championship in the GTD Pro class as well. Might be a very ambitious goal, we'll see at the season end, but considering our class is not the biggest one, I feel like the targets should be ambitious. Also, Rexy won the championship in GTD Pro, so why aim for anything less? As for this race, I am going conservative with it as it is a pretty long one, meaning a lot of time for me to mess things up. So I'll say top half, which means top 4 in GTD Pro, should be the target here. So now, without further ado, let's finally start the first race, the 24 Hours of Daytona, which in my case will be the 2.4 Hours of Daytona in-game time accelerated times 10. Let's take Rexy to IMSA glory yet again, shall we? Okay guys, here we go. Now this is it finally, but there are some last few things I want to talk about before we properly start this race. As you see, we have a manual formation lab, and I want to take this opportunity to show you the grid order that we're going into this race. Now, as you will see here, well, this is only the GTD Pro and GTD grid, since this is what we're mainly interested in. But these two classes, even though they're separate, their qualifying and their race is kind of together. So if a GTD car is faster in qualifying than a GTD Pro car, it will start ahead of them. It doesn't make a difference in terms of points also in the race, but these GTD cars, since essentially it is the same car class, they can get in our way in the fight with the other GTD Pro cars. So this is something that will definitely spice it up as well. Now, so let's talk a bit also about the real 24 Hours of Daytona in 2024. Rexy also started them from pole position, hence why I also start from pole. This is also a thing that I want to do in this championship, always start the races where the actual Rexy started them. So we're lucky for Daytona, we will be not so lucky for other races, but you will see in due course. Now, the real 24 Hours of Daytona, Rexy started from pole, finished second in GTD Pro, behind the Rexy Competizione Ferrari. It is not in the game, maybe yet, who knows. So we don't need to worry about this, but we need to worry about a few other guys behind us. For example, that BMW that was almost overtaking us there. And another thing that was remarkable about the real 24 Hours of Daytona this year was that it was actually not 24 hours long, this race. They called the final lap too early, and therefore it was only a 23 hours and 58 minute race or so. So that was quite a shame, because it was an awesome battle between one of the Penske Porsches and the Whelen Cadillac in those last final minutes. So quite a shame. Porsche Penske won it. Let's see what this race has to offer, as we are now really approaching the start-finish line. And oh dear, I didn't take care of my tires so well. They're pretty cold, as you will see. Fuel consumption is also accelerated times 2, so there will be more pit stops. And now we're just waiting for the green line. Green line? Green light. Oh, there we go. The inside line is a bit slow because that's why we are only starting in second instead of first, which should have been the case. Oh, and there the LMP2 cars are already going off. We're trying to get back into the race lead. Oh, Jordan Pepper. Round the outside he goes. Oh dear, oh dear. Awful start. The Lambo has taken the lead from third. Oh, let's keep it clean. Oh no. Oh, that's one of the GTD cars also slipping through. Well, that is not the start that I was expecting. But here we go. It is a very long race. Grip position doesn't matter anything, and also that first lap doesn't matter anything. Of course, I would have preferred to still be in first, but that is a horrible exit. And now we lose position to the Inception McLaren. It's also a GTD car. That doesn't matter in terms of the points of the championship. But this number 3 Corvette that just passed us, of Antonio Garcia, that is actually one of our class opponents. Oh, there we go. He's now boxed in behind the McLaren. Oh, he's coming down there. Late on the brakes. Oof. Oh dear. I pushed that McLaren off. But back into third we go. Now, be aware that the game only shows my position in terms of all of the GT3 cars. So it shows us in fourth, but that car ahead is actually a GTD car, one with the yellow number plates. Oh, Ryan Delciel from LMP2 is already in the pits, so some sort of damage on the opening lap. In the meantime, Garcia down the inside, he goes into the first corner, which is a very awkward turn. Oh, and Oliver Jarvis in the Pfaff McLaren also trying to slip through now. That is not a good opening lap. I'm struggling a bit with the grip. But that's not a big surprise. My tire temperatures are only in the window where they should be now. Halfway through lap 2. I think this may be the first opportunity to talk about strategy a little bit. I fueled the car up to the maximum, 100 liters, which should last 16 laps, is what the game tells me. So that means probably 5 pit stops, maybe 4 if we get lucky with full course yellow or so. That is for the GT3 class. But the GT3 cars, they will last the longest with their fuel. I've did a few tests of this race in the Automobilista beta before it was public released. And there was also always the LMP2 cars. They go into the pits first, and there is another LMP2 in the pits, Ben Handley, in the United Autosports car. So this is quite curious now. Another LMP2 with an early issue. No full course yellow though. Yeah, so it will be the LMP2s first into the pits for fuel, then it will be the LMDH or GTP cars, and then the GT3s. There is another car. Compact, spun round in the Richard Mille of course. What are these LMP2 guys doing? I mean, it is kind of the new Dentist League of America. after LMP3 is not part of the Sports Car Championship anymore. But I mean, that's 2 cars already in the pits with, I presume, some sort of damage. And 1 off the road. But I guess he's still going, otherwise we surely would have had a full course caution by now. In the meantime, Antonio Garcia really moving up the order. He just passed Madison Snow and the Paul Miller BMW. And I'm kind of settling in here. A bit of pressure from Jarvis behind. But now Katzberg is going for his position. I will try and give you standings of only the GTD Pro class as well. And you'll see we're currently in 4th in that class, which is exactly our target. But yeah, I'll try to do this every now and then so you get a better overview where we actually are in our class. Because as I said, we're still behind the Winward Mercedes of Philip Ellis. That is actually not a car we're properly competing with. Oh, poor exit. And there is Katzberg in the 2nd Corvette. Oh, hang on, this is looking good. So we finally moved past Philip Ellis, and now we're just behind the other GTD Pro cars. Oh, Katzberg also managed to slip through behind me. But that car ahead of us is already a lap down. That is Sarah Bovey in the Iron Dames Lambo. Okay, that is super interesting. A lot of cars in some sort of trouble in these early stages. I guess she had a spin or also some issue, so she had to pit. Because usually you should not drop a lap down by now. I mean, not even the GTP cars have caught up to us. Oh, this time he did the up and under. Damn it. I think he tricked me there. Tried to defend the inside too hard. But that Porsche is quick in the straight line. Look at that, we're gaining on him. He's still alongside this time. I'll try to do the counter-attack now. Gee, oh my god, that was scary. Almost had a very big moment. Like I was skidding towards the wall there. Yeah, that was me too early on the power. And that's an easy position gain for Katzberg. Oh no, for the first time we get blue flags, which means the overall leaders are about to come through. Now, in my understanding of endurance racing, blue flags work a bit differently than they do in Formula 1, so all you need to do in a lower class, if you're getting lapped, is stay predictable, but it's up to the faster car to slice its way through. This is now an opportunity for us against Katzberg. Oh. I killed a traffic cone there. That was too far on the outside. Yeah, so we don't have to lift off or jump out of the way. That was a late braking move. Oh, Katzberg has a poor exit. This is our opportunity. And back into 4th. Oh, now there's Bourdais in the caddy. Oh, contact with Katzberg. Oh, now this is a bit awkward here with those guys. Okay, Rowley in the Lambo prototype, not doing too bad. I think 4th. Yes, 4th. And already the first LMP2s are in for what I take is the first scheduled pit stop. Oh, this is gonna be awkward because there is a Porsche hypercar. Oh my word, I was trying to get out of the way of them and turned into Katzberg. That could have been catastrophic. Oh, now he's flashing me. Dude. Okay, now this is Roy Andrade in the Lone Star Mercedes, so he's also a lap down. However, this happened. Currently we're gaining on Madison Snow again. I can clearly see him ahead of me. So Garcia finally must have been able to set himself free. Oh, now this is becoming a bit chaotic now. Oh, and what a run we're getting on Snow. Oh, now he gets in the way of that Cadillac, which shows the highline. This is very close with the wall. Oh, now the order is completely getting chaotic. Timing tower, lots of change. I think Snow has some sort of problem, maybe? He was very slow there. Or just got scared by the caddy going down his inside and us choosing the high line, passing him. Oh, poor exit. That's Katzberg through. This may be a race-long battle with that number 4 Corvette. Are we fully ahead? I think we are. Getting a run again. Not good enough though. And again, I get dragged out too far towards the outside. If there is anyone that can tell me what I am doing wrong in that corner, answers on a postcard please. Or in the comments down below. I mean, I get saved by the straight line speed of the Porsche, but... Oh! Katzberg's round! Did I have anything to do with it? Oh, I'm sorry if I did. I think he's still going, it's fine. Jordan Pepper in the pits. Now that's interesting. Madison Snow is coming in as well. I think we still have 2 laps in the tank. So we need to do 2 good in laps now. Tires are still looking very good, I won't change them. Garcia is in the pits as well now. And I will follow this lap. This can also later be crucial with the fuel strategy. Okay, there's some guys coming out of the pits. Some GTD cars. Adelson in the Wright Motorsports Porsche and Andlauer in the Kelly Moss with Riley Porsche. Yeah, that jerk. What's that? I mean, I see that you're trying to let me through, but I think it would be better to just pull through and let me by a bit later. Oh my word. Oh my word. Yeah, I mean, that's multi-class racing for you. The traffic may cause chaos. We got away with that. We lost about 3 seconds behind these two. They're also now in much heavier cars because they have already been in the pits. So fortunately we weren't able to take any big advantage of our very light car. But let's see where we come out. First pit stop of many is happening right now. There we go. And now this is a very, very painful pit exit. Because usually you'd expect to be able to turn the limiter off here. Well, you are not. Jordan Pepper just went by us. We have to go around here. That's Garcia. Then you have to take this corner. And then there is the line. Now where is Madison Snow? Is it close at the pit exit? I don't think it is. No, kinda close. Our tires of course lost a bit of temperature now that we were stationary for a bit. So we need to bear that in mind. But we're still in third, as we were ahead of our stop. Yeah, I think this is a side we will endure for a long time. That BMW filling our mirrors with its ugly front end. I don't like these new BMW grills. I like the old ones much better. Maybe a controversial opinion. I know a lot of people do like them. What's your opinion? Let me know in the comments down below to get a bit of interaction. To push this channel and this new series would be very much appreciated. Oh, he managed to get alongside me. backs out of this one. Let's try to prevent the up and under, which we do. Poor exit. That gives us a little bit of time to breathe. As already, it's properly dark now. Oh my, what has happened here? Now we're being put under pressure by the GTD leader. Yet another Lambo, Misha Goldberg. For Forza Racing. These Lambos, look at, it's a bullet in a straight line. Yeah, I don't want to spend or lose time battling him. Maybe a bit of slipstream. That might just do the trick. I said I didn't want to lose time battling this guy, but look what I'm doing now. Exactly what I said I didn't want to do. Crazy. That worked a charm. Oh, and again! This time I didn't allow him through. No. This is for pride, I won't let him through at all. I do not accept a GTD car passing me. Well, so much for that. I think he just wants to get on my nerves now. Oh, now he even made contact. But I think what you're able to see here is that the AI in version 1.6 is much improved. You can really battle quite well with them. Now, of course, they're not perfect, but show me one game that has perfect AI. This is one of the hardest things to get right, I think. But you can have fun and enjoyable races with them, and this is what matters. And I think I have to let Goldberg go now. That Lambo is so much quicker. That was a late move. He was braking very early for that corner, so... I just took the invitation here. No! Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, well that was shocking. And this is where I pause this video. With that spin, we're currently sitting in 5th in GTD Pro, one position behind our target for this race. Whether I can recover from here and still fight with the top guys in class or not is something that you'll find out in part 2 of our 24 Hours of Daytona adventure that will be out next week. So subscribe to not miss that and leave a like if you enjoyed part 1.